A whole lot of horsepower as we take a look at the Jeep belonging to Gary Fain. This is Mud Tough.
Gary came out of that first pass. Yeah, with the 269, he was sitting in the top 3 after the first round. Meanwhile, the old pro himself comes out. Now, he's got to pull a trigger. He's a pro. He does it for a living. He has no time from the first round. If you are going to play a trump hand, this is the hand to do it in right here. Watch for McConville. I'm not going to say he's going to do something weird. I guarantee you he'll give you a ride in that far lane. Look at this. Whoa!
You're right, all right. Look at this. Side for side about 2.5 times. And gingerly he reaches back up to the visor. The ambulance there almost immediately. The safety crew on board. He is still in the cockpit. Oh, he went side for side about 2 times.
Yeah, and his arms got out a little bit too. That scared me. Gary, I'm working my way down the top end. I'll get back with you as soon as I got a report to give you.
All right, we'll check back with you momentarily. You get down to Jim and see if he's okay. We take a look again. Now watch as Army alludes to the arms at the point the car turns over. It hooks right here, starts to barrel roll, and watch the arms come out of the protective roll cage. These guys do not normally wear the arm restraints that we would see in racing like sprint cars and midgets. And there is a look at a bloody nose and probably counting some fingers right now. He took a pretty good rap on the inside of that roll cage. Let's take a look one more time. Right lane. Now, as we've told you before, the pits are good. The problem is not so much in the mud or in the pit itself. He's actually exiting the pit, and right here, he's on the brakes, tucks the left rear, and barrel rolls about, what, 2-3 times, each time slamming his head. Let's go trackside for an update. Army?
Gary, right now we are standing at the end of the track, and as you can see, the EMTs are down here. The fire crews are right with us. They brought the jaws of life out. Jim is climbing out of the vehicle. Tremendous amount of chassis damage to the vehicle. But I can't say enough about the safety crews here. They were right on the spot. The EMTs are checking him out. He's putting on his trademark golfer cap. So McConville, it looks like he's going to have to wait for another time and another day. But this gets back to what we were talking about earlier about these safety inspections. This vehicle was built to safety specifications. It took a nasty flip, but the most important thing is the driver was not hurt. Back to you, Gary.
Army, we have seen Jim win before here on Trucks and Tractor Power on the Nashville Network. Today, though, his competition results in a violent side-for-side barrel roll. He is helped out of his wrecked racer. Takes the long, slow walk back to the ambulance for that mandatory checkup, but he'll be all right, and we'll come back with more competition from Sedalia, Missouri. We are back in Sedalia, where we've just witnessed a very violent altercation involving Mr. Four-Wheeler Jimmy McConville, and he's standing by with Army Armstrong.
Jim, real quick, I'm glad to see you're okay. Do you have any idea what caused that?
Well, I sure don't, not right now.
When you get home, when you're driving down the road tonight, will this thing eventually come back to you? I know you got your bell rung. You got beat up real bad. The camera crew just called us and said it was amazing how your arm was flapping around inside that car. Were you aware that your arms were flapping at all?
No, I didn't know what was going on.
Well, I tell you what, I was sure glad to see you come out there and put that old golf cap on. That's a trademark that you're back to 100%. Hope you have a better day next time.
All right, thanks, man.
And hopefully that some of these drivers will consider using arm restraints in the future after seeing this altercation with Jim McConville. We are ready for our final matchup featuring Ron Pence in Tater. There's his first pass at 263. He will pull alongside the hard times entry of Doug Marsh.
Doug Marsh is one of these guys. If he was a tap dance, he'd practice in a minefield. He does not know what the word fear is. He will come out and go after you in a heartbeat. He won a 309 in the first round. He has got to do something spectacular in this round to get up into the money. That's the one closest to it. The time he's trying to beat, 2:44.
And Pence has...
Oh, no.
Another upside down. Another driver upside down. Doug Marsh, he's moving around the cockpit, trying to collect his senses right now, finding out where he is. He's saying, hey, guys, I'm okay. Let's look again.
Coming out of the pit, Gary. I wonder what it is.
There may be just a bit of a lip right there. Of course, he's starting to turn sideways. That's the problem. He's sideways right there before he ever gets out of the pit. Barrel rolls one time, 1.5 times, comes to rest on top that roll cage. He grabs the cage. He is okay, but he's obviously had his bell rung. There is the damage to the front of that racer, and he is now out of the car and walking around.
The old bell ringer was busy in Missouri this week, wasn't he?
One more look. Now notice he gets in trouble before he comes out of the pit. He's
but when
sliding right down here and hooks what we'd say in sprint car racing, he hooks a rut. Tucks that left rear ender and goes over 1.5 times. But once again, he is all right. And let's go back trackside to Army Armstrong.
Doug, it looked to me like you were just making a straight run. What caused it to let go like that?
I don't know. I was just getting ready to let out when I come out at the end, and all at once it just spun sideways and started rolling.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's happened before. It'll happen again. But I ain't quitting.
Well, Gary, it's kind of interesting. As I walked away, he said he wasn't quitting, but I want you to notice his eyes. You sprint car guys are going to notice, call it red eye. He did get a whack, and he'll be feeling it on the way home tonight, I guarantee you that. Gary, once again, back to you on a day of devastation out of the Show Me State.
He'll have some racing rheumatism tomorrow. As we take a look at the final standings today, the quickest 2 runs turned in by Fred Wilhite at 2:44 and 2:47.